服とかす裸兄さんみたい。
裸兄さだと？こいつ分かってやがる。本物の紳士だ。言うな、ストップだ。この悪魔は俺たちの味方だ。
何が味方よ、何が裸兄さよ。アイン起きせて。あんたたちどっちも敵よ。
Hello and welcome back to another video on the VikingGnomeAnime channel. Today we are reviewing the second episode of The Legendary Hero is Dead. And oof, this show, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. So to very quickly recap the second episode here. So, we continue from the first one where the main character has to kill some demons to somehow prove he is actually the real hero and not an imposter. Basically, the episode just covers that plotline till its completion, where they deliver the demon crystals at the end of the second episode, and I suppose that proves it. Not really sure. Doesn't really seem like they remember that he had to prove himself at the start of the second episode. It just seems that they completed the quest, so to speak, and I guess that's it. Now they go on to the capital in the next episode, or something along those lines. We also get the subplot story with Kyle and the backstabbing and him trying to take over the hero's body, etc. But nothing much else. That's the general plot for this episode. Now, this show has a lot of problems. A lot of problems. It is not a show of its time as well. These sort of shows were quite popular, I believe, in the 90s and 2000s. Their gag humor and such. Not that popular anymore, and it is a very used up genre of anime. Of course, it can still be good if you do it right, but this anime has not exactly been doing it right, as you will evidently see if you try to watch it. The second episode has just so many issues that it makes it hard for me to actually watch through. I mean, I pause every minute and note down like, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, okay, this doesn't make sense either. Okay, I guess. Now, to quickly go through some of my gripes in this episode. So obviously, if you didn't already know, this is a very goofy, like, gag humor, ecchi show. You get, like, fan service every 5 minutes, no, every 2 minutes, basically. With some bikinis here, or some thigh shots, or nude, whatever else. And you get continual fan service, and just sort of pervy, creepy, goofy humor, continually. The plot is very surface level, the writing is very surface level, the characters are very surface level, the character development might not even exist, we'll have to see. But everything outside the ecchi, goofy humor is just very, very base level and not really thought about much at all. Even the logical consistency of the episode is not the best. One specific note I made here was that since Yuna basically is undressed and made nude and dressed again and nude again multiple times in this episode, it seems that her stockings randomly either disappear, or they reappear, or they become longer or shorter, or I don't even know. It seems like they changed 5 times this episode, even though there is no logical reason why they would be there in some instances, or why they would suddenly be longer or shorter on the visual model. I suppose they were not too preoccupied with actually making things proper. Or maybe I'm crazy, who knows? But that is just like a very simple, overlooked thing that should not happen. At all. At least in my opinion. So, in this episode, I don't really know what to say about it, except that, yeah, okay, do you like ecchi? Well, then we get a demon basically using some sort of purple goo to make Yuna go naked because the demon apparently likes nude women. I mean, fair enough. It's a demon of culture, clearly. And apparently he has the same taste as the MC, where the demon quite likes women naked only in stockings. I mean, sure, it's a culture demon. We realized this already. But sure, good for him. But that is basically how the entire episode goes. You get like a ton of just this sort of fanservice-y, ecchi, gaggy humor, and not much else at all. You have like a ton of tropes, right, as well in this episode. You have the standard evil guy monologuing, and standard character motivations, I also quite dislike the MC in a lot of his character traits. It seems the MC only has 2 modes. He has the, ah shit, I guess I'm running away mode, and I guess I'm a pervy guy that needs to put stockings on women and sexualize them beyond all belief continually. Those are his seemingly only 2 modes of existence so far. And oh boy, it is not entertaining, I would have to say. It gets tired and old very quickly. It really does. There also is like a lot of pet peeves I have, not only in anime, but just generally in production of any sort of show or movie. For example, at the end of the episode, when the Kyle guy tries to kill the MC finally after cornering them, after being after them, the MC reveals that, oh, he was coaxing him to go to this point of the bridge they were on to trigger his trap. And then, instead of being logical, since he's obviously quite superior in firepower and such, instead of trying to, like, move or do something when he realizes it is a trap, he just stands there, not doing anything, until the trap actually sort of activates and he falls down into the ocean. I mean, dude, you were standing there for like 10 seconds? Who knows? Just not moving. Couldn't you have done something, being so powerful of a soldier person? Like, could you not have done something? No, I guess not. I guess I'm just standing there, waiting for the trap to do its thing. I mean, okay, I guess. But that's just like the quality of the show, or the lack thereof, seemingly. There's also, like, again, a ton of logical inconsistencies. For example, the Henri character arc here. I mean, Henri is probably the most interesting character we have in the show so far. She has some potential, but not too much still. But one pet peeve again from this episode is that Henri mentioned in the last episode, and we get this reiterated in this episode, that, okay, so necromancers are like persecuted, they are like executed, or just, generally persecuted because they are like from hell basically, and they were born there, raised there, and had like these special powers and not human per se. So they get in a ton of trouble if people realize who they are. And Henri just uses then necromancy in a fight earlier in the episode to ward off some demons, and she then says that people came to help her when she stepped away, and they let the skeletons and the people helping her take on the rest of the demons after she went to help the MC. But then my question, of course, is, okay, but then these people would have realized that you are a necromancer, right? Wouldn't that have a ton of consequences for you? As maybe they would try to capture you or kill you or persecute you immediately? I mean, isn't that what the show just told us and keeps telling us is the case with these necromancer clan people? So why is there nothing else coming from that? I mean, that just seems like very obvious, right? But again, logical consistency, not exactly the strong point of this anime so far. I guess the only thing I smirked somewhat at, though of course I also rolled my eyes, was the point where basically the MC says that he will be happy to live forever after with Henri in his village after they defeat the demon king, whatever. As long as Henri becomes a big girl and is able to don some nice stockings on some nice thighs. And then Henri's like, oh yes, of course, I'll grow to be a big girl, not a lolly anymore, and have great luscious thighs to put stockings on so you can be happy and we can live together for all eternity. Like, okay, dude. Okay, sure. Okay. But yeah. Also, by the way, if you noticed, I said MC instead of the MC's name. It's because I forgot his name already, and I'm too lazy to look up his name. That's how little this anime is piquing my interest at all right now. Let's go over my quick predictions though and just end this episode review because I can't with this show. Oh, I can't even. Okay, chat. Okay, viewers. Too much streaming lately. So my predictions are as follows. This anime will quickly die off for the majority of people within the next 1 or 2 episodes. Unless you are an addict or diehard fan of this sort of thing, you'll probably just drop it. You will most likely see the same tired stockings and ecchi jokes and goofy, gaggy humor over and over and over again for the foreseeable future until the end of the season, most likely. I doubt they will innovate much at all, as they haven't done so far in these first 2 episodes. So, if you don't like that, then, well, you're probably not going to like anything that comes after this either. And of course, as I said, this isn't ecchi. It's a very focused ecchi with gaggy humor. So if you want anything other than that, this is not going to be that. I mean, it's very clear. I would personally steer away from this anime, as it is not looking good in most any respect. So unless you are like an ecchi addict, then, or you have some sort of weird obsession with thighs and stockings, as the author seems to have, then you can safely skip this one. That will be the end of this second episode review of The Legendary Hero is Dead. If you did enjoy the episode, then please do hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you have any thoughts on the episode, on the show as a whole, on my review, or anything else really. I reply and read every single comment, so thank you greatly for your support. And with that, I will see you all in the next time. In the next video. God, this anime is rotting my brain. If I can even bother to watch the next episode, I'm not even sure yet. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Keep watching anime.